Morass of Molasses are back with a brand new album, The Ties That Bind. The 9-track album is out now via Wasted State Records. Swapmaster Generals of the Reading scene, they are creating a kind of lumbering, heavy blues riffs which induce involuntary head nodding and a deep stirring of the loins. Effortlessly established themselves as a force to be reckoned with, their short life so far has seen them sharing stages with the luminaries of the scene such as Crowbar, Orange Goblin, Oms, Voden, Elephant Tree, Desert Storm, Space Witch, Mammoth Weed, Wizard Bastard, and many, many more. Their first Guts Jägermeister stage performance at Bloodstock Festival helped propel them into a relentless schedule of touring, during which they released a self-funded debut EP, So Flows Our Fate, which garnered a tidal wave of critical acclaim and brought them into contact with Havisky Records, the very label which released their debut album, These Paths We Tread, closely followed by another momentous performance to a packed Sophie Lancaster stage at Bloodstock Festival, and more recently at Desert Fest in London and HRH Doom vs Stoner at O2 Sheffield. It has been a while since we've had the pleasure of reviewing a Morass of Molasses album. We absolutely love their 2017 release, These Paths We Tread. You can read that review over on the site, and have caught them live several times now. They always kick ass. In fact, we saw them at Bloodstock when they played the Sophie Lancaster stage a few years back. They were brilliant. So it's with much excitement that we have new music from the Swamp Stoner horrific band. Following a moody intro called The Darkening, the album kicks off proper with a future Molasses classic, Woe Betide. The opening riff sets up what is a wickedly exciting, groovy and damp sounding track. And the headbanging doesn't stop there either, as Death of All compels the soul to move, the vocals being sung with force before drifting into mellow territory and back again. It's a track that lifts and dips, but led by another stellar showcase of the guitars. These two tracks are up there with the best stuff the band has produced so far. Smartly, it's chill out time though, with a more bluesy number next, a slow trudge that captures the feel of a near abandoned dusty town with only the bar showing any signs of life. A sign flickers in the window and the guitar strains of a stranger can be heard. Legends of the Five Sons is then even more mellow, soft guitar plucking panpipes, a flute. This is like a bedtime story of a track, kind of thing you could fall asleep to. Surprisingly, it's then followed by another soft and quiet number, although As Leaves Fall is more of an intermission than anything else. Are you missing the heavier, rockier sound? Well, fear not, as Persona Non Grata brings it back in a screech of feedback, before erupting in a whirlwind of riffs, bass and drums, one of the heaviest moments of the album for sure. And being the longest track in the album, it has to do plenty to keep the interest up, and does so by shifting constantly while still maintaining the overlaid groove. Coming to an end now, In Our Sacred Skin pushes the bow out even further with a blistering guitar effort, deep, chunky and chuggy riffs, and a fair amount of melody too. After such a titanic effort, it's only right that The Deepest Roots closes the album out with soft singing, mellow strumming, and a near silent finale that reflects the intro, bookending the album perfectly. Better than These Paths We Tread? It's as good as, and at times it does surpass it. The perfect mix of melodic numbers alongside Morass of Molasses' trademark swamp rock sound. It is brilliant, it's out now, so make sure you check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button.